Hey Tasha, this is David with Pursue Tech. I'm just briefly jumping on with you today to show you a quick intro into this awesome application for your medical records process. I know you had a moment to connect with Tommy, and sounds like this could be something that's extremely useful for you. The current process is extremely manual, as I'm sure you're well aware. A lot of times you have to save a document through an email or a shared folder, save the document, open up point click care. And it's just an extremely manual process across the board. Sounds like the eFax integration will be fantastic for you as well. I'll walk you through that and just kind of show you some of the ins and outs, but we'd love to jump on more of a full stream demo with you, show you how this application works and answer any questions that you guys have. Um, so this works very similar to Point Click Care. It's a web-based application. So you'll access this portal through the ScanToPCCapp.com. It is locked down to your guys' IP address, so you'll only be able to use it from within your facility. And essentially what we do is we set up a shortcut on your guys' scanner called ScanToPCC. You can place one document or multiple documents on the glass. And when you hit that shortcut, those are going to file right to this secure dashboard here that's all connected to Point Click Care. And it's going to remove a bunch of steps for you. So scanners are a big one. A lot of it, obviously, that's a big part of your workload day in, day out. But you can also drag and drop items into here as well. So let's say I had some PDF documents that were emailed to me, or I have them on my desktop. I can click and drag those into this upload files box up here in the top right. It's going to run through a quick virus scan and then drop them into my dashboard. So you can see now I have 15 documents that I need to push to my residence chart. As I mentioned, we can connect this with eFax as well. There's no additional cost to that. So when you receive an eFax, it just flows right into this dashboard. You don't have to go into your email and print those out or scan them. They come right into this dashboard, and from there you can simply assign them to your residence chart. Once I have a document in here, I can simply click on my document. I'll be able to view it in full resolution here. You have your effective date. As I'm sure you're well aware, there's these 4 categories I need to push into my residence chart. So by default, it's always going to be today's date on the effective date. You can change that within this calendar here. Next is going to be your residence. This is going to automatically sync with your PCC system. Anytime you guys get new admissions, those will automatically flow into our system here as well. These are going to be defined by last name, comma, first name. You'll have a D here for discharge. You'll have an A for active. And then if you guys are using CRM or the waiting list, you'll have an N there for new. And then I also have my residence identification number. Now, this list gets kind of long with the discharge residence, but I can simply just start typing in these fields. So let's say this document is for someone named Jack. It's going to find all the Jacks in my system, and then I can select my resident. Next is your miscellaneous document categories. As you make changes to PCC in those categories, they'll automatically flow into our system. And I can simply just start typing in here as well. Let's say this one's a progress note. Another awesome thing that we did when you go to name the document, a lot of times this is a manual process where you're typing in this information. We created templates, so every time that you select a miscellaneous document category, we can populate specific information for you. So you never have to type in there anymore. You have no more misspellings in your residence chart. And then when you show up in your residence chart, everything's really, really uniform. So that's been a fantastic update that we just made. Once I have that information in, I just have to hit one of these 2 green buttons. Upload and homepage is going to push this document to my residence chart, and then take me back to that list of documents in the queue. Upload next is going to push this to my residence chart, and then simply just load up the next document that I need to push to Point Click Care. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, show you in kind of real time how it works. So I'd have my effective date. I'm obviously able to view my document there. I can select my resident. I can select my document category, and then just one of these 2 green buttons, upload homepage, upload next. Within 60 seconds, that document's gonna be living in my residence chart. I don't have to go in and out of Point Click Care. It's just a really efficient process to remove a lot of steps for you guys. Now that's simple if you're doing just one document to one resident, not always the case, as I'm sure you're well aware. Here's a good example of a 24-page document. Let's say I scanned in a stack of paper and I wanna be able to break up this document really, really quickly. We came up with an awesome solution. A lot of times you're using a PDF editor to break up these documents. We have this great split PDF tool up here. So I'd be able to scroll through my document. Instead of using these 4 fields here on the right, I'm going to go ahead and say split PDF. It opens up this window for me, and I'm able to break up this document into 50 separate categories. So I can just add new documents here. I'll just break this up 3 times. You can say I'm gonna add a document here, and then you'll see how you can just page through this document, find your page breaks. Let's say on page 4, it switches to a different resident. So I'm gonna say pages 1, 2, 3 are gonna go to this resident under, let's just break up some progress notes real quick. And you can see that you can break this up really, really effectively. So on page 4, it switches to, let's say, a new resident. You can use the same resident. You can use different residents. Anything I do in these fields, it's going to do for me. So we'll say pages 4 to 7 are going to go to this resident under this category. I can use the same resident, different residents, different categories. Anything I do in here, it's going to do for me. So this is a fantastic solution for you guys. I know a lot of times with the PDF editor, it's just really inefficient. You have to save those documents and then push them to point click care. So I can use a different document category here. And then when I hit split PDF, it's going to take this 124-page document. It's going to break it up into 3 pieces and then push those off to the chart. So that's a fantastic tool, especially if you guys have eFax hooked up. Those eFaxes will flow directly into here. It could be multiple documents. Then you can use that split PDF tool and break up the document really, really quickly. Another awesome thing that this is going to do for you. So a lot of times there's a maximum file size that you can upload to point click care. Our system is going to automatically break up any document that doesn't meet that maximum file size. I know it's a major pain for you. You reach all the way to that end step where you submit the document, and then you'll receive that notification that you need to go back, rework the document, either resize it or break it up into pieces to meet that maximum file size. Our system is going to automatically do that for you. So you'd run through these simple steps. You'd select your document and your document category. You're going to hit one of those 2 green buttons. It's going to push it to the chart. And then when it shows up in your chart, it'll actually break it up into pieces for you automatically. So you're never going to bump into that or see it anymore. And then when it shows up in your chart, it'll be broken up into pieces. So this one's a good example. Let's say it had to break it up into 6 pieces. It'll show up something like this in your residence chart, just broken up for you. So a fantastic solution there. That's going to remove that notification from your computer. So the next thing I wanted to touch on real quick, it sounds like eFax is a big interest for you guys. So we can connect to any eFax provider, and then those documents will flow right into this dashboard. You can send and receive eFaxes here. You can see that under the source, there's a medical records eFax that's come into the system. I can simply click into that document. I don't have to print it. I don't have to scan it. It just shows right up on my dashboard, and then I can just run through these simple steps, select my document or select my resident, my document category, and then just upload homepage or upload next. So essentially you're trying to clear out this queue every day. So you're going to scan in a bunch of documents, drag and drop them in here, and then you just work through this dashboard really quickly with that upload and next button, and it works through it really, really quickly. If I wanted to send an eFax from the system, I can definitely do that. Let's say a physician stops by your office. They just took down some notes. They want to get those in the residence chart, but then also have that eFax to their office. Instead of using these 4 fields here, I can click eFax up top. I'm just going to go ahead and eFax this to myself so you can see how it works, but I'd be able to save an address book in here if I'm sending these out to consistent destinations. I can save a cover page as well. Let's just say this is going to Dr. Jones. We're going to say notes. And here are your notes. And then I just have 2 options here. I can send an eFax and delete the document, or I can send an eFax and send a PCC. I want to push this to my residence chart, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. Here's the same document for me, and I just run through those simple steps. Here's my resident. There's my document category, and then just upload and homepage or upload and next. So I was able to send an eFax and then also push that document to my residence chart in just a couple seconds. Next, you'll have a couple things up top. You have an eFax log. It just shows you all of your activity when sending eFaxes. You'll have a history log as well. It'll show you everything that's been pushed to point click care. You can search this by resident or by date. You can export this list, but you don't have to bounce back and forth between point click care. This is going to show you all of your activity here. So if I had a resident where I was scanning in a bunch of documentation, I wanted to make sure everything that has been scanned in and arrived in their chart, I can select my resident. It'll show me all of my activity here. Just know that this is a simple pass-through system, so we don't hang on to any documentation. As soon as it's, we receive the code back from PCC that it's living in the residence chart and everything's successful, we remove that document from our system. So, but this is a nice running log that'll keep everything up to date for you. So if you have to do any reconciliations on what's been scanned, you can use this history tab here. So across the board, just a really, really efficient tool. Like I said, it'll connect to any copier or any scanner in your guys' facility. You can push documents straight to the secure dashboard. And then from there, you can just simply assign them to your resident. So it's going to remove a lot of steps for you, help you guys with that challenge of going fully electronic and getting everything living in your residence chart. We did have a customer that just recently onboarded this tool and saved over 100 hours in their first month of use. So I know it's going to be really, really helpful for you. We're excited to jump on with your team, get you more of a full stream demo, show you how the tool works. We can answer any questions that you guys have, but hopefully that's just an initial look, and really excited to get your feedback on it across the board. So feel free to, we'll be reaching out. Tommy will be reaching out here shortly to hopefully get that scheduled for you guys. But thanks for taking the time to review this, and we're excited to connect with you further. So thanks again, Tasha. I hope you have a great close to the week, and really excited to jump on with you here soon and hear your thoughts on this. Thanks so much. Bye.